My name's Thomas York. I'm called Tommy Tsunami. And at 12 years old, I was diagnosed with HLH. It was a pretty rare disease. I was scared because they didn't know what triggered the disease.
The whole nickname Tommy Tsunami came from spending his summers in Breezy Point and constantly being in the water and loving being in the waves, even when the waves were above his pay grade.
Tommy started with the fever on Labor Day of September 2019. We just thought it was going to be a run-of-the-mill fever. He was going to miss his first day of school.
It lasted 25 days. It was hard for me to breathe well.
He had so much pain over the weekend that we rushed him to the ER at Cohen Children's Medical Center.
I had him in the car.
We were going for more blood tests.
We were going to go for more blood tests, and he started having trouble breathing. I was on the phone, and it was immediately recommended, make a U-turn, go to Cohen's Children's Center, and we did. We took him to the hospital, and then within 90 minutes of walking in the door, he was intubated.
The next day they came to us and they said, your son's not responding to any medication. They're like, we have to do this procedure on him called ECMO, because if we don't, he will die tonight.
Not only would he pass away that night, they told us that there was a 50% chance he wouldn't survive
The procedure.
They let us go say goodbye to him just in case. And when we did, he muttered, "I got this." And then 5 days later, they told us, we know what it is. And we were relieved, and then they told us what it was. And it's HLH, and it said HLH survival rate was 2 to 6 months.
Around Halloween of last year, I was put into rehab, and they just gave me these shots to deal with the disease, which eventually healed it. And around November 15th, I was cleared from rehab, so I went home.
It was going pretty well, and then he got home. There was a little bump on his neck. We didn't know what it was, so we took him to the doctor. We got him tested, and we found out it was cancer.
And we found out it was stage 3 anaplastic large cell lymphoma.
And that was a little rough because he had to go back and he had to start chemo, and it was tough for all of us.
It was exhausting. The first couple of days, the hospital would send us home. They would tell us, when he wakes up, you're going to need to be on your game, sleep while you can. So we would go home for the first week.
It was really stressful and painful and difficult. And then we got the call about Ronald McDonald House. So I actually got a phone call from Matt Campo saying how we could use the house. And I just kept thinking to myself, well, we live close by, why would we use the house? We were running on adrenaline and stress, and there was just something about being able to walk in here and just lay down on a bed and maybe take a nap.
It's all about Tommy, but he has other siblings that are trying to go to school, trying to get some sort of normalcy with parents that are completely focused on something else. When we come home and we see them, we're exhausted. So to pick them up from school, bring them to the hospital to see their brother, but then bring them across the parking lot here for them to rest, for them to eat, for them to hang out.
Play video games in the game room, it was a blessing.
A lot of family moments happened. A lot of family came here to support Tommy because they couldn't really come to the hospital while he was getting his treatment done. Definitely nice to be with family, so close to the hospital, where we know that we're close enough to be with him, but also stay comforted by all the stuff there is to do here.
You know, what's funny is all the rooms have these stuffed animals that are donated, and one of them was a blue teddy bear.
It's a good luck charm. I kept it all the way back till now.
It did something.
It's still in his bed at home.
And it came with him to every hospital stay.
You come here and you walk in and you're going through the worst hell ever, and you find yourself smiling for a little bit. The people at the front desk are always smiling, greeting you by name. All the meals are home-cooked for the most part. And they were made by people that are donating their time and their love. And you feel it, you truly feel it, and you see that you need it. We went through hell for 7 to 8 months, and we know there are people that are going through it for years. Yeah, this is where they're going to live. And to live here gives them a sense of normalcy where people can go to school from here, people can go to work from here. People can recharge their batteries because you need to be there for your child. What I've learned about donating is there's material, there's money, and there's time. And you can donate all three here. And I could tell you, any money that you give to this place is going to be used wisely, and it's going to put a family that's going through undescribable hell a little bit of peace. Tell her about Kira.
Yeah, she decided she wanted to give away her gifts for her birthday and when she was in 2nd grade, so we donated them here to Ronald McDonald House, never thinking that we would be needing Ronald McDonald House someday.
I made a conscious effort of walking between Cohen's and walking to the Ronald McDonald House, that 3-minute walk. There's a row of all the bricks on the sidewalk. I've read every brick, at least a dozen times. I felt that the families that bought those bricks, some were for good news and some were in remembrance. And I feel like I owed it to that family to read the brick. And when Tommy was going through it, I fantasized about a brick, about him beating it.
The brick, it almost feels like I'm like putting a part of me like in like the house, and I'm building a path for other families.
We're doing much better now. Tommy's been amazing since we started this journey, and now that we're here, he's doing so much better. The Ronald McDonald House was definitely a big part of that journey. It helped us stay calm. It helped us a lot with trying to maintain our ground with his fight.
This place, it felt like it's home.